ever been in situations where you just sit still in the presence of God and you begin to marvel about who He is, what He can do? I've been in situations like that a couple of times, and I've come to realize that some letters are not written to be sent. Some are like prayers to lives that have not yet unfolded. Lives that by God's grace will unfold because of the marvelous things He can do. So I hope I do not have to mail this poem to the heart of my son one day. I will not cut open my son's skin to breathe the words from this poem onto the surface of his bones. No, I won't do that. But I'll do one thing. I'll tell him about the vehicle that runs on faith. I'll speak of the path that lets us grace this higher ground called salvation just by following His only stairway. This is titled A Letter to My Unborn Son. My father told this story in John, proclaimed it again in Acts and Timothy, and through his light. This poem found its way to my mouth. So here I am, a poet and a mother, driving with one hand on the wheel because this journey does not need my control. It needs my surrender. The ignition is already turned on, and all I have to do is follow His lead. Jesus, the only way, truth, and life. As I carry you in each word I write, even before you read them, my child, you may come across tracks that flow into the widest of gates, screaming to a promise. A promise that does not run on His premise. You will see ladders promising heights that lead to nowhere. Pathways that look like trekking under Nigerian sun. You have no umbrella. You have no sunscreen. Just you and a son that woke up angry. You look at yourself. You look at your flesh. You look at yourself, you look at temptations, you look at yourself, you look
anger, fear, lost.
You look at the world and you can't even begin to tell the difference. The point where you can no longer recognize the difference between who you are and what is pulling you away from God. My boy, beware. This poet does not need to dress up some metaphors to stitch the torn veil, because when His blood was shed, the misalignment of threads became a barrier ripped open to see the separation between you and your Father. Where all kind of sheep were handed a shepherd sent to firmly hold their hands as they climbed this stairway. So forgive me if I do not charge your desires as a mother, if these desires stain the grounds covered by the blood Jesus shed for you. I will not perform surgeries on feet that cannot walk on the waters He has made steady for you. His roots are laid deep beneath your steps, and all you have to do is water them so you do not step on thorns promising a way to salvation, because, my child, there are no other steps that reach salvation. this route, this path is not one of many. It is not a choice among paths. It is not another way. It is Jesus. The only way a divine child born to lead you to your Father's divinity, my child, here, you won't have to bury your cries in false strength. His living hands will hold your truth. They will catch your fall before they reach. They will guide you to the altar of the one He is. Do not dwell in brushstrokes of distance, thinking Jesus will leave a body painted with scars, won't He? When faith is the only thing that connects with you. Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? Hello? Wait, I'll go outside. And when you go outside, faith is still the only thing that connects with you. You will see that the altar is still here, always here, burning with love, the only love that gives you roses, with petals that echo, I am, every second you follow Him. I hope, my son, that when you climb this stairway, you do not take out your phone and make memes out of your own temptations. Fix your gaze on His narrow throne room door. See, this is not a solo journey. It is a duo, with Jesus on one side and your faith on the other. A duo with the only Savior that can lead you to the Messiah that He is. So, my son, trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lean not on your own understanding. Don't brag about today, for you do not know what tomorrow holds. Seek His will in all you do, and He will show you the path to take you as the light of the world. A city set upon a hill that cannot be broken. He is the only way, truth, and life. No one can reach the Father except through Him. So here I am, a poet and a mother, holding on to my letter with the postal code John 14:6 written boldly, praying not to have to mail this poem to the heart of my son, because one day he will meet Jesus Himself. The only way, truth, and life. No alternatives. Absolutely no substitutes. Just a living being called. Wait. I want us to close this off together. On the count of 3, we are all going to say, I am. And I want you guys to say it boldly. Say it like you know who your Father is. Say it like you are proud of your Savior. I want you to put yourself in the shoes of this spoken word. Imagine moments where, by God's grace, children, sons, daughters, future generations will follow the guidance of Jesus, where His name will be seen, felt, and heard across the ends of the earth. So on the count of 3, we are all going to say, I am. Are you guys ready? No alternatives. Absolutely no substitutes. Just a living being called 1, 2, 3. I am. Thank you.